What's up, my friends, and welcome to Dragon Age Keep. We're going to go ahead and do a recap of Origins, which was Aroden's story, and then we're going to do a recap of Dragon Age 2, which was Sendoa's story, and I'm looking forward to doing that because we can kind of just kick back and enjoy all the stuff and the events that transpired up until the point that we are now. That's going to lead us into Inquisition. So probably all of this stuff may already be kind of, I don't know if they automatically do it for you, but I haven't touched Dragon Age Keep since who knows when. But let's just go in and click on choices, see what we did together. I can vaguely remember, well, I can pretty much remember everything that happened with Sendoa's story, which is good because that Let's Play was almost 3 years ago. So let's just jump right into it and just start. So we have Aroden. What other ones do we have? We have 3 Arodens here. I would think probably this Aroden then. The one that's already approved. Let's just go ahead and pick that one. Alive and well, yes. What happened to the warden at the end of Origins? He is alive and well. Alright, well, how do we get back now? We just click on... Alright, I got it. It's already got Morrigan as our lover, which is awesome. So, romanced Morrigan, recruited dog, Loghain is alive and well, persuaded the revered mother. Hold on. What did the warden do about Sten's imprisonment? Persuaded revered mother to free Sten. Yes, we did that. We recruited Sten, recruited Algren. We indeed returned Sten's sword, so all this stuff seems to be almost already done. It looks like they kind of just imported it for you already. Recruited Zevran. Zevran is alive and well indeed. Recruited Wynn. Alistair became king. Warden and Alistair were not lovers. Wynn is alive and well. Liliana is alive and well. Morrigan had the old god baby with the warden. Acquired Gwymar by defeating Flemeth. Yes. All of that seems to be in order, which is good. Where should we even start? Let's just start in the order that things were done in the story. So the prologue. We cured the Mabari hound and we fed the prisoner the guard's lunch. Yeah, we freaking persuaded the prisoner to go ahead and give up his lunch. Remember what he said? He said, if he's going to be burping, I'm blaming you. I mean, come on, man. Anybody can burp. Alright, well, them two are done. The next one we did was the circle. Well, we did Lothering, but I don't think Lothering's on there. So we supported the mages, indeed. First Enchanter Irvin did survive the battle. Did not agree to Cullen's request. No, we did not go up there and slaughter all the mages like Cullen did. That's so... Cullen's so different, isn't he? Through all the Dragon Ages. Crazy. He's got a really good story arc. Alright, well, let's go on to the next. So we can't do the... Lothering isn't... No choices in Lothering matter. Okay. I kind of thought there was stuff in Lothering that did matter. After the Broken Circle, we did Redcliffe. You helped Redcliffe fight, indeed. We helped them prepare. We did everything but the oil this time. It made it a lot easier, too. Freed Bevan and paid for the sword. I don't think we paid for the sword. We gave him the sword back, I believe. Took the sword, did not help Bevan. Screw you, Bevan. We ain't helping you, buddy. Carried Bevan to the Chantry. Freed Bevan and returned the sword. Indeed. We did give him the sword back. Helped Owen's daughter escape. We did. Isolde is alive and well. Connor is alive and not possessed. Bella left to start a brewery. She left, but she didn't say what she was going to do, and none of this stuff came up in the end. Nothing came up in the end credits about her, which was interesting because it should. Bella took tavern ownership. Bella left Redcliffe. Only thing we know is that she left Redcliffe. Bella left and started a brewery. Bella died in Redcliffe? What's the difference from her leaving because she pretty much left? Do we have to persuade her into making a brewery? Because I don't think we did. The only thing, we never seen anything in the credits about the brewery, but I think that's a bug. I think no matter what, if you persuade her to leave, because if I can remember, we didn't tell her to don't end up in another place like this, because she usually says, I will try not to, but we didn't do that. So I want to say that she left and started another brewery because we didn't tell her not to work in another bar. We just said, you know, have a good one. Take care. We didn't get a kiss from her or nothing like that either. So I'm just going to go ahead and say she started a brewery because I feel like that's a bug that the prologue stuff did not show us. So we will go ahead and approve that answer. At least I hope I'm not wrong. I don't know. We're just going to go with it because that seems like that's what I wanted to do with Aroden for her. So that's what is going to happen. I felt like it's just a bug. The Arl of Redcliffe is done. What do we do next? Paragon of her kind. Come here. So we whooped Bronca's ass. Damn right we did. Dagna left to study at the Circle. Balin rules Orzammar. Didn't encounter Marty. I don't know who the hell Marty is, but I feel like that's the Dwarven... What is he? The Dwarven Noble? Didn't have a son with Marty? Yeah, that's what it is. So the Dwarven Noble can hook up with this Marty and then have a son. That's pretty cool. That would have been really cool to do. Said Ruck died. Let me see. Told the truth about Ruck. Killed Ruck and lied. Killed Ruck and told the truth. Killed Ruck, said he died heroically. The Warden put Ruck, who had become a ghoul after sustaining himself when the Darkspawn fresh out of misery, filled anew only that her child son died a hero. I'm pretty sure we said that he died a hero, yeah? We didn't tell the truth. And this is the only other option, so we must have said that he died heroically. Sorry, Ruck, but we whooped his ass. Through the Legion of the Dead, connected to a noble house, we did. Return the tone to the Shaperate, we did. Helped Brother Burkle create a chantry, we did not. So, didn't help Burkle create chantry. Sorry, friend. Sir Linda left for the surface. She did leave for the surface, yeah? Completed Rogex Lyrium deal. Like, why is this even a choice in the keep? It's so... There's like a few other choices that probably could be more than this one that don't show up in the keep. But, alright. Well, we did complete that. Everything there. Balin rules Orzammar. Yes, that's good. Helped Order join the assembly. We did. Very cool. Let me go back because there is a... hold on here. Let me make sure we're not missing something. So we can go over here. Oh, that's nothing. Let me just make sure because there was an error there I wasn't seeing. Where did we already do? Companions. Let's see. Alright, we got everybody there. Nature of the Beast. We didn't do that yet, so... Paragon of her kind, we just did, right? Yeah. Getting turned around here already. Companions. Everything's good there. Alright. The next after this, we did... Well, we need to do Denerim, actually, because we did Denerim way before. So Sir Landry is alive. We indeed persuaded him to go ahead and walk away. Told Ban Sigurd about Oswin. We freed Oswin. Oh. Told Ban Sigurd about Oswin. Okay. So we indeed did that. Brought the scroll to Sister Justine. We did give her the scroll. Completed Slim Cauldry's crime wave. Hell yeah. Helped clear customers out of the Pearl. We did. Though I want to say we... Okay, we did help. Handled the Crimson Ores, we did. Gave Alstana Emrich's ring, we did. Return amulet to the beggar. The alienage lady, we did do that. Completed Master Ignatio's assassinations. Helped Alistair find Goldana. Marjolaine got her ass whooped, indeed. And that was it. Cool. Well, everything seems to be in order there. What was next? The urn. Urn, not poison. Short, sweet, and to the point. Nature of the beast. We brokered peace between the two, indeed. Told Atheris about his wife's fate. We did tell him the truth. Brought Cameron and Gaina together. Yes, remember that one? Took a little bit of persuading, but we did indeed. We brought him back the Ironbark. Saved the Hala. Returned Dagon to camp. And that was it. The Battle of Denerim. The Warden killed the Archdemon. We had the Old God baby, right? I mean, I know we did, but Morgan had the Old God baby with the Warden. Alright, I'm getting there. Don't be pushing. Yeesh. Awakening expansion, Witch Hunt DLC. Let's see, we did Warden's Keep first. Gain the power to blood. We indeed just drank some random shit. Slayed Sophia and allowed Avernus ethical research. Yes, we did do that. Stone Prisoner. Shale is alive and well. Matthias and Amaya both alive, neither possessed, and Shale recruited. Witch Hunt went through the Alluvion. Morgan and Warden went through together. Indeed. Awakening expansion, here we go. Warden allowed Architect to live, we did. Hopefully we don't regret that choice, but I guess it's better to see what happens in the future than not at all. Nathaniel is alive and well. The keep was not protected. Keep and Amaranthine, I believe we saved both of them with the route that we did. The Warden found a way to save both the keep and Amaranthine, yes. Which, this is going to be very interesting because the choices that I made in my first Let's Play are different than these choices, obviously, but Sendoa's playthrough has the choices. Some quests appeared in the very first Let's Play, but I'm going to tweak it, Sendoa's, a little bit to where it matches this one, if that makes sense, because our first Let's Play, I fucking destroyed Amaranthine and saved the keep. So that's going to be interesting. And in Dragon Age 2, I believe if that happens, you never meet them conspirators or whatever it is. So Nathaniel's alive and well. Algren and Felsi reunited. Alright, well that is that. Let's go ahead to Sendoa. Man, I miss him. Man, I miss Dragon Age 2 and I had so much fun. So Sendoa was a mage indeed. This is interesting because sadly Sendoa's character face had... I went into Dragon Age 2 like about a month or so ago because I wanted to read the codexes. Remember me saying that? And I went into that game, and because I didn't have the mods in the game, Sendoa's whole face was blacked out. It was nothing. It just looked like it was just everything was blacked out, his whole body. So it completely ruined our character. I couldn't go back to any saves. I imported the mods again to try to fix it, and it never fixed it. So Sendoa's face was it's just gone. He has no face no more. So I had to just give him the default appearance because he looks kind of similar to that. He wouldn't fully look like that, but it's closer than just having a blacked out face. Anyways, he was humorous indeed. Companions, we indeed romanced Isabella. Friends with Varric. Damn right. Bethany died escaping Lothering. Carver became a Grey Warden. Bartran was not killed. Bethany did not see the Mage Templar War. She died in Lothering. Helped Varric discover cause of haunting. We did. Varric did not keep the idol. Now Sandal broke it down for that sweet rune. Recruited Isabella, yes. Fenris is alive and well indeed. Man, I miss Fenris. Holy moly. It's taken like every ounce of me not to replay Dragon Age 2 because take it for what it is. Dragon Age 2 is my favorite Dragon Age game. So, I know to some people it's blasphemy, but Dragon Age 2 is just so well done. I just love it. It's just my favorite one. I always have so much fun doing it. So it's very hard for me not to just go ahead and replay that game right now, but we have to get the Inquisition. And plus, Sendoa is just so great, iconic for me, and I don't want to make another, because it would never be another Sendoa, you know? We'll just keep that one. Isabella returned to Hawk? Yes, she did. Didn't give Isabella to Arishok? Hell no, we whooped his ass, 101. Meryl stayed with Hawk. Meryl's alive and well. Now, this is interesting to me because I don't understand. It didn't approve of Anders' actions to the Chantry. Now, I didn't approve personally, but we still helped him do what we did. So, if us helping him, does that mean we approved? Hawk back Anders' actions, perhaps moved by Mage's claims that such things were inevitable. No amount of exclamation could convince Hawk that Anders was right. I don't know what to do, because to me, we helped Anders, yeah, but we, RP purposes, didn't know what was going on, you know? But Sendoa didn't approve of his actions in the end. Yes, we let him live, but we still didn't approve of it, so I'm just going to keep this. I feel like that's the best way, because Sendoa did not approve of them actions. Anders is alive and well, indeed. Aveline married Donick. They had a fucking wonderful night for an evening, I'm telling you. Aveline stayed with Hawk. Meryl did not destroy the Alluvion. Nope, we kept it. Meryl's clan was not killed. No, we saved them. Recruited Sebastian's bitch ass, indeed. Didn't make Talus angry, and then we kissed Talus. Oh yeah, we did. I'm just playing. I like Sebastian in his own way. He's cool. He's interesting, let's just say that. He's not my favorite, but he's definitely not a bad companion at all. Alright, well there's the companions. Prologue. We joined the smugglers. The smugglers provided Hawk with valuable connections while securing his access to Kirkwall. Indeed. Legacy would be last then. Oh man, Dragon Age 2 is kind of small. Let's do Act 1. Convince Templars to leave. Now I'm going to have to probably read these. What did Hawk do with Templars? Hawk convinced the Templars to take their leave elsewhere, protecting the mages. Oh, this is the Grace and Decimus quest. So we did indeed convince them to leave. Well, Varric did. So we'll prove that answer. Return Seamus to Viscount, indeed. Guinness, oh my goodness, look at all these corpses here. Did we really kill all these people? Guinness died. Yes, we killed her to save Seamus. Didn't tell the truth about Ghislaine's wife. We didn't. I remember that because I chose not to tell him about the ring. I remember Hawk saying it's not, don't worry about it, just know that she's not coming back. I remember that now. We didn't blackmail Sir Thrask. Returned Martin's cargo, indeed. Helder was definitely killed. Danzig was killed. Fenris stuck his hand right through his damn body. Solved the mysterious missing miners. What the hell's that one? Oh, all the stuff at the Bone Pit. Hawk traveled to the Bone Pit and helped unfortunate mining crew, indeed. Iduna. That was the Blood Mage lady, yeah. You know, I kind of wish that we kept her alive just to see, because I never seen. But she indeed was... We killed her, I believe. Man, Hawk was a savage, huh? Goodness. Sent Framereel to the Dalish. We sure did. Kieran reinstated with the Templars. We did get him back in the Templars. Defended Code... What is his name? Defended Katogen from Kunari. We did. Karas, alive and well. Yeah, he was. We didn't do anything to this guy. Well, that's Act 1. Act 2. Didn't kill Gaspard. See, this is very interesting because, let me tell you what happened with Sendoa. I wanted to get the scene where Gaspard showed up, right? And then Varric put a damn bolt in the back of his damn fucking head. But we went over to Gaspard, I remember, and he talked about blood magic, doing a ritual, and Aveline was like, I don't trust this, we should just do it ourselves. And because she said that, I remember going back to Lowtown and just ignoring Gaspard there, like we didn't even talk to him. So technically he's kind of just alive and well. We never pursued anything with Gaspard. So sadly he's just still doing whatever the fuck he does around Kirkwall, I guess. Gaspard lived on, eventually leaving Kirkwall. It's unfortunate because I really want to see that cutscene with Varric just whooping his ass. Discovered looter of Hubert's caravans. We did. Didn't encounter Yavin. Didn't side with Varnell against Kunari. No, we didn't. Didn't side with Patrice either. Fuck that bitch. Javaris was alive and well. Fought alongside the guardsmen on the coast. We did. Fenrir freed and left for Tevinter. Indeed he did. And then we killed the Arashok. The Arashok proved a mighty foe, but Hawk triumphed in the end. Such a cool fight. It might be a bunch of running around in circles, I remember, but it was still cool. And then, what do we have here? Let's do Legacy DLC. And that's the only DLC that matters? Really? I mean, the Kiss and Talus? I mean, what is that? That's just something. So we did side with Larius, and we found Malcolm's will. That was it? Alright. Let's see, Hawk offered to help Nuncio. We did. Let Zevron go. We helped Zevron, though. Didn't find Zevron? Yeah, okay. Well, let Zevron go. Hawk didn't turn Zevron over to Nuncio. Zevron returned the favor by supporting the champion in the final battle between the Mages and Templars. He was there, I remember. Hell yeah, he was. Zevron's always got our back. Helped Orsino with the conspirators. See, this one confuses me here. Handled the conspirators to Meredith. We didn't hand the conspirators to nobody, sadly. Hawk presented the conspirators to Meredith, confirming the Knight Commander's fears. She was the one that Hawk presented the conspirators to Orsino, allowing the first enchanter to deal with them away from the Templar's eyes. No, I don't think we did that. Because Orsino gave us the quest, yes. We went and dealt with the conspirators. But we ultimately turned it into Meredith. So Hawk presented the conspirators to Meredith, confirming the Knight Commander's fears. I'm going to just go ahead and say it was this, because he gave us the quest, yes. We went and dealt with the conspirators, but we didn't turn it back into him. I think it's because we were kind of neutral. We weren't full force for the mages or full force for the Templars in this. So he gave us the quest, we dealt with them, and when we turned the quest back in, we turned it into her. So basically, we presented the conspirators to Meredith then. But they were all dead anyway. So we rescued Nathaniel, yes. Reunited Sherrod and Gamlin, indeed. Returned Emil to the circle. We did tell him to go back to the circle. We sided with the mages in the end. We let Kieran go. And we killed the dragon at the Bone Pit. And that's probably it. We have stuff here, but I don't... Look at this stuff. It's hidden. I don't even know. Like I said, we attempted to play Inquisition... I don't know, 2-3 years ago, and we got like 15 episodes in, and then that's when I had that big long year break, and now we're starting over. So when we play Inquisition, I have no mats, I have basically no saves, and I never beat the game on PC, so it's going to be very fun. It's going to just be like a blind playthrough. We're going to be using the basic stuff. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. We're using the basic stuff, and I'm doing all the trials. It's going to be so cool. Well, maybe not the healing one, but still. All right, well, we need to export this. Let's see. Export to DA Inquisition. Importing this world state will replace the current active world state in your game slot. Would you like to continue? Yes, continue. Well, there it is. How do we go ahead and play? Alright, well, let's go ahead and just play it and watch it all.
If you believe the stories, mankind's pride gave rise to the Darkspawn. Countless in number and toxic to all life, Darkspawns search endlessly for an archdemon. When they find one, Darkspawn armies surge up from their corrupt barrows beneath the ground, and a blight begins. Grey Wardens are the only warriors capable of destroying an archdemon, and history always honors the one who sacrifices all to kill the beast. In the fifth blight, the Warden was the hero of Ferelden, a hunter from a clan of Dalish elves. The hero discovered a corrupted elven artifact and was tainted by the same foul magic that drives the Darkspawn. The only cure for the young elf was to join Duncan as a Grey Warden. The allied Ferelden and Grey Warden forces met in Ostagar, where King Kaelin's armies and a host of wardens gathered, ready to destroy the Darkspawn. But valor turned to despair as Loghain betrayed his king. Kaelin's forces were slaughtered, and the south was lost. The hero, now a full-fledged Grey Warden, survived with the aid of Flemeth, the mysterious witch of the wilds. Joined by Flemeth's daughter, Morrigan, and a Grey Warden named Alistair, the hero set out to build an army strong enough to abolish the Blight. With the traitorous Loghain now seated on Ferelden's throne, the Warden sought help from the influential Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. However, they arrived in Redcliffe to find the town under siege. As each night, undead rose in waves and assailed the battered village. With the hero's help, the people of Redcliffe stood fast against the undead horde. The Wardens reached Arl Eamon's castle only to find the Arl lying at the edge of death, and his court fallen into madness. To save his father's life, Eamon's young son, Connor, had made a deal with a demon, and quickly fallen victim to its possession. The hero intervened, freeing Connor from possession, and breaking the demon's hold over Redcliffe. But deals with demons are never straightforward. The demon agreed only to save Eamon's life, not restore him to health. Arl Eamon needed a miracle to recover. The hero located an urn containing the sacred ashes of Andraste, which were said to cure any ailment. The urn was protected by ancient traps, tests of will, and a dragon-worshipping cult that wanted to twist the urn's power to its own ends. The urn remained pure, but mysteriously disappeared after the Wardens departed. Only the temple dedicated to it still stands. With a pinch of the ashes, the hero restored the Arl to health. Informed of Loghain's treachery, Eamon swore his political and military support. The circles of Magi are bound by oath to aid the Grey Wardens in times of blight. However, Lake Calenhad's tower could offer little help. One of its mages, Uldred, had become possessed by a pride demon and was twisting other circle mages into abominations. The hero fought to the top of the tower and defeated Uldred, saving the remaining mages. Grateful for their lives, the mages joined the Warden's army. The allies gained at the circle were not the only soldiers to join the Warden's forces, however. Dalish elves don't usually make alliances, but even deep hatred can be set aside in the face of oblivion. An ancient curse was destroying Ferelden's largest Dalish clans, turning the elves into werewolves. Zathrian, the clan's keeper, claimed that the cure required the heart of the great wolf, Witherfang. Years before, Zathrian himself had afflicted a group of humans with the curse that now ravaged his clan. As long as he lived, the curse endured. The hero freed the werewolves from the long-standing curse, and the Dalish joined the Warden's forces. Blights may happen hundreds of years apart, But the dwarves who live below the surface of Thedas fight Darkspawn every day. No one is better schooled in battling Darkspawn than the warriors of Orzammar, except perhaps their allies of old, the Grey Wardens. The hero arrived in Orzammar in the wake of King Endrin's death to find political factions fighting for control of the dwarven capital. Only the vote of a venerated paragon could break the deadlock to elect a ruler, and order the dwarves to honor their Grey Warden treaty and join the battle against the new blight. The hero set off to find a paragon named Branka, who had disappeared into the Deep Roads in search of a legendary artifact, the Anvil of the Void, created by the renowned smith Aroden to forge mighty war golems. The hero helped Aroden destroy the Anvil of the Void, along with the dark secrets that could trap a living soul inside a mechanical construct. The hero emerged from the Deep Roads with a master-forged crown to bestow the Paragon's favor upon whichever rival candidate would be crowned king. Balin, the youngest son of King Endrin who was suspected of foul play, or Haramont, the aging traditionalist backed by the Dwarven Assembly. Balin followed his father to the throne. He leads with a ruthless but progressive hand, seeking to re-establish ties to the Surface Kingdoms. With Jordan's strength now bolstering the Warden's army, the hero had to deal with Loghain, so Ferelden could stand unified against the Darkspawn, before the Blight swallowed the world. The kingdom of Ferelden stood divided. While some nobles supported Loghain's regency, others condemned his inaction against the Darkspawn. Civil war brewed, and Arl Eamon called a landsmeet in hopes of curtailing the conflict and removing Loghain from the throne. As penance, Loghain was sentenced to join the Grey Wardens and fight Darkspawn until the end of his days. As the Warden's united army massed in Redcliffe, the Darkspawn overran Denerim, laying siege to Ferelden's capital city. The hero's army fought valiantly through Denerim and broke the Darkspawn siege. On Fort Dracon's highest tower, the hero's strongest allies fought alongside the Warden in a final heroic battle against the massive Archdemon. The Archdemon was killed without the sacrifice of a Grey Warden's life. With no Archdemon to lead them, the Darkspawn scattered. Most fled underground, still teeming in number and always seeking a new Archdemon to awaken. The shattered kingdom of Ferelden embarked on a long journey to recovery. In the Blight's aftermath, strong leadership was crucial. Alistair, King Caelin's half-brother, and Queen Enora, Caelin's widow and daughter of Loghain, joined in a political union. Together, they ushered Ferelden into a new era. Ferelden still stands, as obstinate and resolute as the Dog Lords ever are, but the events of the Fifth Blight loom over it as the nation rebuilds. For people across Thedas, legends of the hero of Ferelden remain the nation's brightest beacons of hope during its darkest times. It all began in Kirkwall, the fall of Knight Commander Meredith, the Kunari Uprising, and of course, the Chantry's destruction and the onset of Mage Rebellion. One person always stood amidst the swirling chaos: Hawk, the champion of Kirkwall. The Hawk family fled Lothering, refugees from the Blight. Leandra, mother of the champion, and siblings Bethany and Carver, hoped to find refuge at her family's estate in Kirkwall, far to the north. As a mage with a family legacy of magic on both sides, Hawk naturally became involved in the events that ultimately led to the Mage Rebellion. The Hawks escaped the Blight with the help of Aveline Valen, a warrior and family friend. It's said that the family was also aided by Flemeth, the notorious witch of the wilds. Hawk's sister Bethany never reached the Free Marches. She was killed by Darkspawn while defending her family. The family's first years in Kirkwall were difficult. Leandra's brother Gamlin had lost the family fortune. The Hawks lived in poverty, forced to indenture themselves in return for entrance to the city. To pay off the debt, Hawk was forced to work for a gang of smugglers. All the while, Hawk and Carver did their best to hide Hawk's magic from the Templars. Opportunity eventually struck in the form of a dwarf named Bartrand Tethras, who was planning an expedition to the Deep Roads. It was a long shot, but with gold gained from the expedition, Hawk could free the family from its criminal creditors and further Templar scrutiny. Hawk met a rogue Grey Warden named Anders, who possessed detailed maps of the Deep Roads. These maps were crucial to the expedition's success. Once Hawk obtained them, everything else fell quickly into place. Carver joined Hawk on the expedition. The siblings found ancient dwarven treasure and a statuette formed from a strange red lyrium. Carver fell victim to the blight that suffuses the Deep Roads, but Anders led him to a group of Grey Wardens who were able to save his life. The gold Hawk recovered from the Deep Roads brought back Leandra's stately childhood home in Hightown. The Hawks had barely settled into their new home when Leandra was murdered, a deeply sinister and twisted killing. Hawk hunted down Quentin, the blood mage responsible, but could not prevent Leandra's death. Leandra's tragic death was part of a critical problem facing Kirkwall. Rising tension between the city's mages, who felt increasingly oppressed, and Templars, who grew increasingly suspicious of their activities. Adding to the strain, a large contingent of Qunari had also established themselves in Kirkwall, much to the growing discomfort of the city's rulers. After their dreadnought was shipwrecked many years before, a group of stranded Qunari were allowed to remain in a cordoned-off area in Lowtown. As time passed, the Qunari made no effort to return home, and offered no explanation about why they remained. Tensions rose to a breaking point. Revered Mother Patrice, convinced the Qunari were a threat to the Chantry's faith, incited violence between the Qunari and the Kirkwall populace. Hawk knew that Patrice would bring about unnecessary conflict. Though the champion tried to stop her, Patrice orchestrated the murder of Seamus Dumar, a Viscount's son and a recent convert to the Qun. When her crime was discovered, a Qunari assassin killed her. After Seamus was murdered, the Arishok of the Qunari group lost patience with the humans of Kirkwall. They would now submit to the Qun or die. The Qunari struck hard and fast. They took the palace in Hightown and beheaded the Viscount to immediately quash any resistance. Aided by Knight Commander Meredith and First Enchanter Orsino, Hawk reached the palace and stood toe-to-toe with the fearsome Qunari leader. Hawk fought the Qunari leader. The fierce battle resulted in the Arishok's death and the liberation of Kirkwall from its brief occupation. The Qunari quickly withdrew from the city entirely. Hawk saved Kirkwall and earned the grudging respect of the city's Templars, mages, and nobility, along with the title that history remembers, the Champion of Kirkwall. Kirkwall's problems were still not over, however. After Viscount Dumar's death, Knight Commander Meredith took power and blocked all attempts to appoint a new Viscount. Under Meredith's command, the Templars tightened their grip on the mages, planning to suppress what Meredith saw as a growing rebellion. Anders, who spent years fighting for justice and freedom for his fellow mages, saw that the time for negotiation was past. He destroyed Kirkwall's chantry, killing hundreds, including Grand Cleric Elthina. This single act began a rebellion that spread from circle to circle, until all circles of Magi had risen up in defiance against chantry rule. Though Anders had done the unforgivable, something stayed the champion's hand. Anders survived the day, although many others did not. Fighting spread swiftly through the city. Some mages rebelled openly, many of them succumbing to possession. Templars turned their swords on mages who rebelled and on those who did not. As First Enchanter Orsino refused to bend to the Templars, Knight Commander Meredith demanded that every mage in Kirkwall be put to the sword. Hawk saved many mages from Templar blades, keeping them from succumbing to possession or the temptations of blood magic. In the end, however, Hawk was forced to strike down Orsino, who had betrayed his own values by resorting to blood magic himself. The battle proved one thing. Knight Commander Meredith had gone mad. Hawk saw the truth of it when Meredith unsheathed her sword, and the red lyrium idol from the deep roads was embedded within it. The blade fueled her hatred and paranoia, as it had for months. After a horrific battle, the red lyrium of the Knight Commander's sword consumed her as she died. Meredith became a statue, her face a frozen mask of horror. Little is known of the champion since that final battle. However, Hawk's story lives on in legend and song. Memories of the indelible changes the champion of Kirkwall brought to the face of Thedas. The Mage Rebellion in Kirkwall was felt throughout Thedas, the news spreading like wildfire. The Templars clamped down in response, but each new restriction only made things worse. Led by Grand Enchanter Fiona, the mages voted for independence. The Circle of Magi would govern itself, without the Chantry and especially without the Templars. The result was cataclysmic. 2 circles were destroyed. Those within killed to the last mage, before the rest fled into the wilderness. Perhaps the mighty Empire of Orlais could have intervened in the war before it began, but that was not to be. Grand Duke Espard began a deadly civil war against Empress Celine, vying for the Orlesian throne. The mages were offered safe haven in neighboring Ferelden, but the Templars followed, and so their battles spread across all of Thedas. As head of the Chantry, Divine Justinia ordered the Templars to stand down. They refused, declaring their own independence. Thus, the war began in earnest. Templars hunting mages, mages fighting Templars. Their clashes wreaked untold destruction. All sense of order was falling to pieces. Divine Justinia made one final desperate bid to end the war. She approached the leaders of both sides and convinced them to come to a conclave held on neutral ground. With the Chantry to mediate, mages and Templars will talk for the first time since this all began. It is our last, and perhaps our only, chance for peace.
That was really well done, especially the end there. It pretty much paves the way for what's happening in Inquisition, and that's really freaking cool. I won't lie, the whole time that he was talking about Hawk and the champion, I just got chills. I don't know what it is about that game and just my love for Hawk. I just love it. It gives me damn chills, and it gets me all choked up talking about the death, sadly, and stuff. But one more thing I do want to go over is the Aroden. If you were not aware, Aroden did end the game as a champion and Templar. So I do want to let you know what spec my characters was playing through if you're not familiar with it fully. So he was indeed a champion and Templar. And of course, what he was in Awakening, that stuff's kind of irrelevant because it's 3 specs. And then Hawk ended the game with a Blood Mage and Spirit Healer. We did Rift Mage for a while, remember, whatever it's called, Force Mage. But we ended up doing that single target nasty CC build with him. So Blood Mage and Spirit Healer, which was really freaking cool. But there it is, friends. There is Dragon Age Keep. And from here, just expect Inquisition videos every day. We obviously still have Witcher on the channel, and we will be doing Witcher and Dragon Age simultaneously. So 3 days Dragon Age, 3 days Witcher. That's our schedule going forward until further notice, until we finish one of the games perhaps. But I'm just looking forward to it. I cannot wait. I do have a character in mind, and it is going to be very interesting, very kind of outside of what you think I would do, is what we're going to do in Inquisition. So it's going to be very fun, and I'm looking forward to it, and I just can't wait to share more stories and more journeys with you guys here. I am indeed going to take the RP and step it up a notch in Inquisition. I'm going to really try to RP everything, not just pick choices because I think they're the best and it's going to make me keep companions. I'm going to RP our character in the fullest I can, even if it does result in us losing companions, because I really just want to try to take that to the next level. See how it goes. But anyways, friends, it's been an honor as always. Thank you for sticking with me for Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2. And we have one last journey through Inquisition together. And then it's not over, don't worry. We'll go back to, we'll get into Dragon Age 4 whenever that happens. If it happens, I'm sure it will. But anyways, as always, friends, stay safe out there. Take it easy. See you next time. Take care.